You've probably heard of the movie Cocaine Bear, right? Well, believe it or not, it's actually based loosely on a true story, and the real story is just as wild. It all starts in the 1980s with a man named Andrew. He's in his 40s, living in Kentucky, and used to be a police officer. But somewhere along the line, he went bad and turned into a smuggler, flying small planes, running drugs and weapons between the U.S. and South America. At one point, he's even caught and does 6 months in prison. But once he's out, he jumps right back into the game. There's just no stopping Andrew. Then, in 1985, Andrew gets the opportunity of a lifetime, a massive cocaine job. He's supposed to fly from Georgia to Colombia to pick up 400 kilos, nearly 900 pounds of cocaine. That's about $15 million in street value at the time, or roughly $50 million today. Andrew knows he can't do it alone, so he brings along someone unexpected, his karate instructor. He tells him they're going on a vacation to the Bahamas. Whether or not the instructor actually believed that is still debated. So they hop in the plane and start flying south. Mid-flight, Andrew casually reveals the truth, that they're headed to Colombia to pick up a massive load of coke. The karate instructor, now stuck thousands of feet in the air, has no choice but to go along with it. They land in Colombia, load the plane with duffel bags full of cocaine, and start the long flight back. But trouble hits when they fly into Florida airspace. On the radio, they hear that federal agents are tracking them. Panic sets in. The karate instructor heads to the back of the plane and starts throwing the duffel bags out. They're packed with cocaine and small parachutes, a method called parasmuggling. This way, the drugs can be dropped mid-air and retrieved later, while the plane appears clean when it lands. Andrew sees what's happening and freaks out, but after a moment, he realizes the instructor might be right. If they land with the drugs, they'll be arrested. So they agree to ditch the shipment and jump too. Andrew straps on a parachute, grabs one last bag of coke, and the karate instructor jumps first. He lands safely near a small airport in Tennessee. Andrew follows, but something goes horribly wrong. His main parachute doesn't open. Neither does his backup in time. He crashes into someone's backyard and dies on impact. Meanwhile, the karate instructor walks to a grocery store, calls a taxi, and heads to the hotel they were supposed to meet at. But Andrew never shows. And here's where it gets crazy. Most of the cocaine that was thrown out of the plane lands scattered across the forests of Georgia and Tennessee. And eventually one of the bags is found by a curious black bear. She eats it, all of it. The bear, later nicknamed Pablo Escobear, overdoses and dies right there in the forest. A few months later, authorities find her body surrounded by duffel bags. An autopsy reveals her stomach was literally packed to the brim with cocaine. As a bizarre tribute, the bear was taxidermied and put on display, first at a recreation area and later at a store in Kentucky called the Kentucky for Kentucky Fun Mall, where she still sits today, wearing a hat. As for the karate instructor, he eventually gets caught, but he tells the feds he had no idea drugs were involved, and they apparently believe him. He cooperates with the investigation and never serves any jail time. And that is the real story behind Cocaine Bear.